So this is the kind of place I've shown this before, but I'll show it again. The common name is Calliandra. It's a Mimosoidae, from the Mimosoidae family. As you can see, the leaves are really like a mimosa, and this kind is very special because of the red flower. It's so majestic, really pretty. The sun is obfuscating me, so I can't see if it's focusing enough or not. But anyway, the scientific name is Calliandra gisanta. So this is the kind of place that you will only get to meet, only get to know, if you get to meet the right people. That's what I wanted to say with meet. Anyway, if you meet the right people coming to Brazil, you will surely find yourself in one of these places, surrounded by nature, at least 30 kilometers from any urban center, right? And this place is really nice, and it has a lot of waterfalls, like a lot of them. And I'm gonna try to show every single one of them to you. So I'll be camping here in this place for 2 nights, so that would be 3 days counting today. I arrived, it was close to noon, so I already had time to set up my stone stove, my tent. It's in a really sunny place right now, but it won't matter when the darkness comes. And hopefully you will enjoy. So places like this, this by the way is in the Cerrado. It's like 30 kilometers from the urban center of Brasilia, the capital of Brazil. And this is one of our refuges when we want to escape civilization. This is a usual place for people to come, and what that means is there's a lot of anthropic action here, and that usually also entails a lot of garbage being left over, and that's why the owners of the place up the hill, they charge for people to stay here overnight, and they charge an entrance fee as well, because they're the ones that clean everything after people throw beer cans and rest of plastic and stuff from camping, food cans and whatever people decide to throw it in nature. So behind me, as you can see, there is one of the first sets of waterfalls that you'll get when you come here to this place. It's called the Poço Azul, the Blue Well. And the Blue Well is going down that trail a bit. And then there's another set, the Bride's Veil, you know, the veil. I don't know if the word is, I think it's veil, right? So let me try to show the place for you. Sun is still obfuscating me. But anyway, it's a really nice place because there's sun until very late in the afternoon, so it's the perfect place to have a shower, I mean a bath, just before you go to sleep or prepare for the night. And that's where exactly where I'm going to be taking a bath in just about an hour or an hour and a half. Anyway, this place is just really nice. And you can go further in that direction, inside of the gallery woods, as we call. You see, there's a difference between this kind of savanna. We call it a cerrado, a savanna. And this is like a typical savanna, right? And then you get a lot of rocks as you go down the valley, and then we call that kind of cerrado. It's a phytophysiognomy, right? Or phyto, but I think the pronunciation is phyto because it has an epsilon on it. So it's a rupestриan phytophysiognomy because there's a lot of rocks, the soil is not very deep, right? And the trees start to become a little different. There's a lot more grass than trees. And as you go down and down and get closer to the water, usually you will find a phytophysiognomy. What are phytophysiognomies? They are physiognomies of the woods, right? So in one biome, you will find many different kinds of phytophysiognomies. So closer to the water, you'll find taller trees with less. Can you see that those trees right there, they have a crooked trunk? They're not straight. It's because there's toxicity in the soil, aluminum oxide and iron oxide. It makes it red or yellow, right, the soil. And then closer to the water, you'll find soil with more clay in its composition, right? And then it will get a little bit deeper, and then straighter trees with straighter bark will be possible as well. So they grow and thrive, and there are many different species in this kind of gallery woods. Oh, those are parrots. I don't know if you can see, man, but they're really cool. Those are bigger parrots. Those are not the yellow chevron parakeet I've shown here before as well. But anyway, hope you understood that about phytophysiognomies, right? Again, phytophysiognomies are not, it's a big word, but it means different physiognomies of the woods, right? So pay attention to where you live as well, because you might find different kinds of physiognomies, right? I don't know, if you live in Europe, maybe in the mountains you find a different kind of forest that you would find in the lowlands, right? In the highlands there are different kind of species of plants and trees that you would, in relation to what you would find closer to a lowland or a swamp or whatever region that you're in. Anyway, that's all I could come up with. And as we go down, oh, there's those pretty trees. They're flowering, they're blossoming right now, and they are from the Melastomataceae family. I'm just about to show you. Let me get closer to it. The flowers are really pretty. From the Melastomataceae family, and they are called, the common name in here is Quaresmeira. It's like, do you know the Easter period where people don't eat meat and stuff like that? Well, it's called Quaresmeira because of we call it Quaresma, that period of Easter that people are not allowed to eat meat. And I'm not a Catholic, but just explaining why the common name is such, right? There's an easy one to show the flowers. They're really, really pretty. So that's why it got the name, because it flowers, it blossoms close to that period of the year. So let me just change the camera and you'll be able to see it. Hopefully, oh, this is deep. All right, the sun is really obfuscating me right now, but I think you are able to see it. Let me just stretch this and try to grab a good angle for them. I cannot see what's on the screen right now, but I imagine it's the flowers, right? I really hope it's the flowers. They're really pretty and purple, really nice. A really nice sight. So that's it, the Quaresmeira. There are many, many, many of them in here. And also from the Mimosoidae family. Look, this is a Mimosa regina, the scientific name, and the common name is mimosa. The flowers can be white or pink or purple as well. A darker shade of pink, I don't know. The real purple ones are the Quaresmeira. They're really pretty. So as you can see, I've already set camp. My tent is already up. The parrots are parroting right there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So that's where I will be sleeping tonight. You see, you go that way, you'll find the blue well, Poço Azul. That tree right there, the palm tree, the really tall one, is a buriti. The common name, of course. The scientific name is Mauritia flexuosa. So it's one of the most imponent, majestic palm trees in the Savannah. They have a fruit that is approximately this size, and when you look close to it, it looks like a dragon's egg or a snake scales. You know, it's really pretty. And when we were kids, we used the middle of the leaves to make sticks. We cut sticks from it to make kites. You know, that flying thing. People, children love to fly. Anyway, when I got here close to noon, what I did was mostly just picking up wood from the river margins. It's where you find most of the wood, so I let it here to dry. Most of it is already dry, but this piece in here that was kind of already burnt, semi-burnt, I left there to dry. And this is where I'll be cooking, right? No whetstones. This one was wet. I'm just gonna use it like a support for the pan when I don't need to cook anything anymore, and when the food is ready, I mean. And yeah, that's the tent. I left some of my stuff right there in the shades because I don't know, man, I don't want my food to get spoiled, you know. So now I'll show you the very short trail to get to the to those first cascades. I can call it cascades, right? Those rapids. The first rapids I shown in the beginning of this video, and it's just gonna be really quick. You all are definitely going with me, so I'll do all the walking. But if you decide to come here one day, I'll have to speak louder now because of the water. If you decide to come here one day, give me a call, send me an email. I'll bring you here. Well, some people like to camp there too because there's shades. You can see signs of fire right there. But I don't want to do this because it will be so incredibly cold in here at night. At this time in the Cerrado, in the dry season, we have a lot of sun at day, right? You can see the sun is mostly just blue, 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 blue. Almost no clouds in the sky. Anyway, at night it gets really cold because it's just like a savanna, you know, something very close to a desert kind of climate. So at night the sensation is like close to zero at peak dry season, right? So yeah, those rapids are really cool, huh? Now I'll kind of shut up until we get to the water. Go. And if you're wondering, yes, I came here alone to camp. I used to do this all the time. Sometimes I bring people with me, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the vibe that you want to get from nature, you know. If you come alone, you will definitely find yourself again. If you're feeling lost in life, if you're feeling any kind of anguish, pain, any kind of malady that could have afflicted you, this is the place for you to heal. And you can sit right there in the water. The water is not very clear today because last week there was torrential rains and the water gets a little bit darker, you know, but usually at peak dry season this water will be so clear and you can see the bottom of it. It's just beautiful, it's majestic. So let's go a little bit up and then I'll come back here to have my bath just before the sun is just before the sunset. I have to kind of be quick now because it's already going and I want to take a bath right there in that pool. So as you can see, there are many other pools, many other places that people usually come here. This is the most common place, though, these first rapids, because it's closer to the trail. You make no effort at all to get here, right? Let me just turn the camera again. So you don't have to do a lot of effort, right? I mean, it's a bit dodgy the way you've seen it, right? I was filming it. So but it's closer for people, for older people, for children. It's a little bit closer, right? Oh damn, I wasn't filming my face right. Anyway, there's also signs of fire right here. I don't like that people do it so close to the trail and the pools and whatever, but anyway, people are gonna people, right? So another pool. This one is really nice, shallow. You see, this is what I was talking about. The trees here, they have thinner bark, a thinner bark, right? Because they're close to the water. The soil is better, even though it doesn't look like. Anyway, the soil here is a lot more different than going up the hill, right? But you can see that the trees have a thinner bark. And the ones up there, they have a very thick bark because they're usually resistant resistant to fire, you know. And you see one more fire pit that people do in here. People bring barbecue and all sorts of stuff, and then they leave their garbage. I'm not saying everybody does leave their garbage, but a lot of people do actually. I have come here a lot of times, and many of those times I have found a lot of garbage around. The water now is so loud, I'm just gonna stop speaking, right? So yeah, if you go further and further and further, you'll find other pools, you'll find many other places, really nice places to chill, to just have a moment of peace and whatnot. So I can go a little bit further in this direction here. I just have to be careful with snakes, because there could be a snake around here, right? This is a place where a snake would live, would come about, would go around and search for a prey, right? But it's just marvelous. I've been up there like 200 meters up there. There's another trail that starts in there, and I plan on going there tomorrow or on Thursday. I'm only leaving Thursday. Today is Tuesday, and I got here at noon, and I'm only planning on leaving this place on Thursday, right? So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot more place to adventure, and you can go up and up and up and up, but you gotta be mindful. I've been there before. I just don't want to wet my socks right now because I have left them to dry already today. So I'll just go up there again and get my stuff to take a bath. And by the way, I'm gonna use coconut soap, which is natural and doesn't harm the environment as much as normal soap. I'll just shut up again for you to listen to the water. So again, this is the kind of place that you will only get to know if you get to meet the right people, right? A lot of people don't like to be around nature like this, and they prefer to stay in the urban centers their whole lives without having any kind of contact with nature. And yeah, welcome to the Blue Well. Isn't it nice? It's really nice. right? Hope you enjoyed. Hope this video brought something to your attention about what some of the things, not all, but some of the things that really matter in life. I don't know, for me it works. Maybe for you it will work as well, maybe not. But you should definitely try, and let me know of the places that only you know that are close to where you live. Doesn't matter if it's in Europe, North America, Asia. Just tell me in the comments, alright? I'll see you in the next one. I'll be recording a lot of videos here and hopefully showing you all of the waterfalls, which was my original plan to come here. And yeah, I see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, so I got my backpack and my change of clothes, some pants, because in just 1 hour the mosquitoes will be deadly. They will be hunting for blood. They will be out for blood. I mean, that's the right expression. And I need to take a bath before going to sleep, because I've been the whole day in the sun and I don't smell nice. Those spot is made of flowers again. Really nice. And yeah, very soon I'll be lighting up the fire so I'll be able to cook dinner. And right now I just want to show you how you can swim, how you can, I don't know, enjoy the water. I mean, nobody needs to be taught that, but it's just for the sake of videography. I don't know. And yeah, there's just a second ago a couple passed right here. Not a second, but a few minutes. A couple passed through here, and I told them that I would come down, and they arrived really late, but I've done the same already. Once, arriving very late in a place like this. The sun is already kind of going down, but there's still sun to enjoy here. Anyway, I'll just take my quick bath and leave. Put some pants on, some jeans pants on, and leave. And that's it. Let me find an angle to film myself jumping over that pool right there. And that's gonna be a good one. Yeah, very nice. Let's do this.